Okay, guys, we are back at it with the most active stocks on the market. These stocks are high volume and these stocks are highly volatile. Some of these things, like NVDA, is projected to go even lower. We're talking about NVDA is projected to go back down to that $100 and lower than that. Make sure you're moving carefully and accordingly. NVDA, the big tech of them all, drops back down. It's going to be driving things like your BTC and your SPYs and your S&P 500s down. It's going to drive those ETFs down. Things are going to turn more bearish. And might I show you your overall market conditions? In fact, I'm not even going to show you on SPY. I'm going to show you on the S&P 500 specifically. I know how some of you jump in the comments, oh, but that SPY is the S&P 500s. I'll show you specifically on your market conditions, current incoming trends, while you have the fear sentiment kicking in on the markets, and we do have the big FOMC and or Fed meeting that's about to take place today. It's about to be a bearish one. If I show you this back on your overall 4-hour charts, you can see that bearish is really coming in. We just had a big dip back down, okay, in the S&P 500 and the SPYs and whatnot. We're talking about more decliners coming in to set a bearish tone for the rest of the day. Now, coming into the rest of the week, things change fast. Coming into the rest of the week, there's any type of piece of news can come out that can just fix everything. With tech doing bad, off the deep seat coming out, with power struggles going on, and China starting to take charge, and all that stuff like that. These are a lot of bearish things that go on in the markets. Which is why you see our alerts going out, and we're saying that we're getting puts or going short, or people are betting things down. So you can move carefully and accordingly. Because you make money going both ways on the market, and you don't have to trade every single day. What I do is I sit back and I watch I read my market flow section, telling me what's going on. Earlier we were seeing SPY puts, far out the money puts. Now they're getting bullish on SPY. They want to get these WASD out this discount. We have seen a lot of these past couple days with varying expirations. And right now, market participants widely anticipate that the U.S. Central Bank will leave monetary policy settings unchanged after cutting the interest rate by 25 basis points to 4.25 to 4.50 in December. People get their rounds. You get your round of bullishness and you get your round of bearishness. It's the bearish turn right now, which is why you see some of your pennies that are not understand what's going on with the markets and whatnot right now, which is why you get sometimes where your penny stocks will start to come in for a little bit more bearishness as well. Things like SLXN doing very good from 57 cents up to $2.79. This is a multi-day bull run on SLXN stock. And of course, let me know if you caught SLXN stock down in the comments below. We did catch SLXN not only just for today's hot alerts along with the coaches and them in the Discord, but also from yesterday's alerts going out as well, as this stock went parabolic yesterday around 8:17, and we were getting our early alerts on there even days before. As coaches were saying, this is an early seed. Watching out for SLXN, gonna be specifically for a swing. It might take you 3 or 4 days just sitting back and waiting and whatnot. But if you got that patience to wait in the stock in the safeties early seed, well, you done got yourself a parabolic play. Some people are far too impatient to wait for those things to explode, to wait for that next bull run. Some people are far too greedy. When that thing comes in for that bull run and explodes, you don't got to hold it in for 2 days. You could have sold off yesterday. You could do whatever makes you feel most comfortable. When it comes down, you got your 7 to 15% stop loss. If you go back to your daily chart, you see this thing's overbought right now. Slow it down at this range of this 250. It's a sticky one around this 250. But if they can break past this, the next stop up here is about $3. Not even that, just $3. We're talking about going to $4. This thing is looking at going up towards that $4 right now. It's not all the way overbought just yet, but some of these people who are in here, they're going to want to go. They will want to go for a longer term lifetime investment. Seeing that's in a perfect position for exactly that on a longer term time frame. Or that it actually was down at that discount when you were seeing the early alerts along in the Discord, and when you were seeing the early videos talking about these are our next few stocks that everybody about to be buying. See these on time. You see them coming out of multiple videos. See the 52-week lows. That never change. And these ain't the first rounds. These stocks come in for multiple rounds. This is back around September time even. Back when on September time even. For another easy bull run. You do your thing and then you move on to the next one. Like right now, if you already up 80%, you can lock in your gains right now and just move on to the next thing. You don't even got to be in there. You done did very well. Next, you have X. Oh yeah, so SLXN. They do have an average volume of 5 million and a current volume of 8.89 million. For those of you who don't know what SLXN is, another health stock, another pharmaceuticals and medical research biotech stock. The company is engaged in development of treatments for unsatisfactory treated solid tumors. And I do believe that they came out with some good news as well. Yeah, right here, the silicone system delivery breakthrough. They had a breakthrough on a treatment for the solid tumors. But things that's chopping it up right, making things a bit choppy right now. See overall market conditions. With the big Fed meetings and Fed rates coming up, U.S. futures point to a cautious start as investors await the Fed's rate decision. Tesla, Microsoft, Meta are among some of those stocks that are in focus ahead of earnings as well. A lot of things going on. Earnings, Fed rate decisions, deep seek drops, new AI tech struggles for dominance. If you are newer to the markets right now, you don't know what instability is, because we done seen some stable markets and we see some very unstable markets, and things are getting very unstable right now. Traders are waiting for Fed Chairman Jerome Powell's speech to navigate the markets as President Trump slowly unveils his plans on tariffs, regulations, and immigrations, among other economic developments. And we'll talk more about all of those Trump things and what he has going on later on as well. I did make a lot of videos about the Trump executive orders. You need to go check some of those out. So the U.S. stock market quickly confirmed their view that DeepSeek is a positive for proliferation of AI, which should boost productivity and economic growth, especially in the U.S. They expect the fourth quarter earnings will continue to positively surprise the markets. The Fed is likely to pause rate cuts due to better than expected economic growth. The big companies will benefit from increased AI demand and cheaper internal costs. DeepSeek increases our confidence in our technology-driven productivity led soaring 2020 scenario. So watching the Fed is going to be a little bit boring for a few months, because they're like the rest of us. They're going to watch and see what happens. With inflation coming down towards the Fed's target, you would normally expect to see Fed continuing to bring interest rates back to normal. These are definitely some bullish projections. Yeah, these are some bullish projections right now. We ain't got no time to sit here and watch that right now. Some dude's gonna tell us what he think about the Fed rate decisions, and nobody knows ever what the Fed rate decisions are about to be. Until it actually happens, and Jerome Powell actually sits there and says this is what the decision is. People can tell you that what their projections of the Fed rate decision are gonna be and what they think it might be, but when he says until he steps on stage and says this what it is, nobody can tell you exactly what it's gonna be. On Wednesday, December's data for advanced U.S. trades, balanced in goods, advanced retail inventories, and advanced wholesale inventories will be released at 8:30 a.m. The FOMC interest rate decision will be put out at 2 p.m. And he's going to address this in a press conference. People are going to be scared all day until then. They're going to be nervous all day until that happens. And when that does happen, one bad thing will tear up everything. Here on the video going back down, it's already turned the video up among a lot of other things, but they did come in, like how they just say that the advancement in the AI for the DeepSeek, this thing, although it is the China AI, they got the regulations where only them in China can use it, because the US got the things over here where, hey, we got y'all tariffs on this, y'all, we keeping this, y'all, we controlling y'all like that. So now it's vice versa. Now it's like we just doing the same thing y'all did to us. So if y'all want this high technology, we got to make some sort of deal, or some sort of break gonna have to be cut somewhere or something like that. But so with NVIDIA being affected by all of this greater than pretty much every other stock, now James St. Coang done messed up. He done messed up. You remember back when he done tried to talk about those quantum stocks, he done messed those up. The Alan Baratz came back in and saved those. We've been seeing NVIDIA stocks struggling since. That was about a good almost a good week or so ago. They had a quick bounce and then dropped down ever since. A huge drop down. Now this is projected to go. down to 112 and lower. Down to 112, $90, then $80. I'm telling you the actual targets on this thing. Like these are not just numbers that I'm throwing out. Now, NVIDIA, that's if it goes into that bearish formation. Like I say, one piece of news can change everything, but this thing. So on NVIDIA, for like longer investors, they believe in NVIDIA. They always have and they always will believe in NVIDIA. But they coming in for a natural round of bearish divergence. These are on weekly charts, longer term time frame. So that drop was drastic. That drop that may drop down should be a little bit more drastic. They getting ready to go back down to that 100. They haven't gone any lower than $90. And they went to that $90 after they did. They split and then struggled for a few days. And then from that $90, they only been buying it up. That was weeks ago. As you can see, we on a weekly chart. The tech stocks and AI stocks and companies and stuff like that, they are of the future. There probably really is no better thing to be long term investing into than the tech and AIs and whatnot. Only thing about like some of these things like NVIDIA, for example, already at certain prices and certain ranges and make it a little bit harder for smaller investors and retails and stuff like that to be able to even really partake in there because of like you see like they putting $2 million in there. NVIDIA is at like $100 dollars now. And like I say, projected to come in for more bearishness. I don't say stuff for nothing. This was on. This is a longer time frame projection. Now that's not an hour chart. Like let me show you this exactly what this means. So that one said daily. That's a longer projected time frame. We talking big shorts, okay? And you can see like they'll use on a 4 hour. That's still a long period of time frame. That sometimes it'll thought that 1 hour. In the video we see a lot of 4 days. Okay, so a lot of days and 4 days. You go to your spy because I like to trade my options. When I be trading, I like to go for quicker moves. So I'll be getting about that 1 hour. If we can see the last one off of IWM, the bearish one for 4 hour, that came out yesterday at 3 p.m. Things are projected to go more bearish. So we're gonna be getting the next update here on SPY as well. Like that last SPY was a 1 hour. It's gonna update and say a 4 hour or a daily chart. And if all these things come in for bearish trends, look, NVIDIA going down under that $100 in general is gonna drag down a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Which is why the market's getting choppy right now because NVIDIA isn't so clean and so stable now. I trade options on the bigger things. So I know a lot of you looking at $122. Wow, and this is on the top of the most active list up here, okay? But you got to follow along with the trend. You got to follow along with the trend, man. It's not always so easy to get in there perfectly on time. But Trump's Commerce Secretary pick says Biden era chips investments need review. Said on Wednesday that the Biden era subsidies for U.S. semiconductor manufacturing are an excellent down payment, but need review. I think they're excellent down payment as a structure. I think we need to get it right. I think we need to review and get it right. But as the way that Congress has said, it's an excellent down payment in our ability to bring semiconductor manufacturing back to America. Tech is messed up. Tech is all messed up. Just the fact that we have to read that, like I didn't even know that it was something even going wrong with the semiconductors and stuff like that. It was such a struggle. Like that they not being able to. I mean, yeah, like they say, there's the deep seek. It's the deep seek, bro. Low cost AI more like deep seek to boost AI chip demand. That deep seek for to change everything, and China is the one with them leading it. And um, America is afraid of this. America is afraid of this, but they ain't got no choice but to either, you go, you either fall in line or you fall in line and get with it, or you get left behind, or get cut out somewhere. But OCEA, they came in for a super spike today earlier on. We were talking about OCEA earlier in a previous video, and I was showing you how OCEA has come in for those spikes like that before, but every time it's ever come in for a spike, they've always sold it all the way back off. This does create a prime opportunity once again because now it's back on its discount. Some people are going to get excited for a reversal, as you can see. It's not going to start to settle down and get ready for that reversal until like a little bit later in the days, but it shouldn't be going back under that 32 cents now. So that's another easy one for maybe even a quick day trade. If you look at your 1 minute chart, see choppy starting to settle down there. It's coming for another easy move, especially when the markets do come in for that clean reversal as well. You got Rime. You see Rime has been getting closer and closer to that 1 penny. We're really not going to do too much talking about Rime because I wouldn't recommend going for Rime. I do believe that Rime is coming up with a reverse split. What's this? Let me see. Like they plan to reverse split. I'm pretty sure that that's supposed to be. Let me see. I can open this and we can see if they got into that. I don't think they said an exact date. I think that they said that they'll do a reverse split from a certain range. They said they did like a certain split range. Yeah, split range of 110 for 122 for 250, 1 for 10 to 1 for 250. But they didn't say a date on there, and that makes it damn more dangerous than ever. That makes it more uncertain than any other one. As you got SGN. SGN come up for an explosion up to $7.25. They are as well selling off, but signing day sports is doing very good. I do believe they came out with some good news as well earlier. Yeah, signing day expected acquisition of Swiftly Global would contribute. They got some sort of Swiftly will collectively seek to raise. They got a partnership earlier on, acquired 99%. That was a big partnership. So I'm not in SGN. I didn't catch SGN. I'm not going for SGN either. But so for those of you who are in on SGN, let me show you this on your weekly chart. Although you may see this thing still down to a discount, understand that this thing has done nothing but only sell off. That one piece of news that they come out with, check this out. So I'll open this up. So one signing day, sports executive director will resign. They are about to acquire 99.13 of issued outstanding capital stake of Dear Cashmere Holding Group. I don't think it's gonna make them really hold up like that. I mean, I don't think going back under that dollar for sure not, but think they already selling off drives. This stock doesn't pop up too often like that. And if you got TNXP, TNXP is one of the most powerful ones right now. Actually, still holding up very beautifully as people. Although the people in TNXP, they've already well on decided that they are lifetime investors in TNXP and they want to hold in from that very bottom. This is the old stock now that we've already caught multiple rounds in. Even this new round that you're seeing come in for right now, and it's getting ready to go back and retest that dollar. That's only going to be happening if people actually do continue to hold on TNXP. They say they got the release of a fibromyalgia cure or something like that coming up. So that does add to the bullish sentiment. Things change fast, man. Things change fast. We are as well in on TNXP along in the Bankable Discord as well as all these other stocks that you just seen. We do already know it's about to explode next. I recommend that you check out some of the videos and be in the Discord to see the coaches say when to get in and when to get out of these stocks on time. I'm Billy Banks. I tell the Naran. Happy trade.